Good morning there, YouTube. Remember the motor I showed you last night when I got home?
Damages on the grounds of negligence, false imprisonment, emotional distress, and assault and battery.
It's amazing. Yeah. Man, that thing is looking really nice. Holy moly. I love how he painted up the turbo.
Yeah, you can smell the paint. You had the door open, so I think you rolled it out and sprayed it and then rolled it back.
Hell yeah. That looks good. Check this out, woman. I forgot what that was. There's a little bit of blue sky hanging out up there. Wow, look at this out here. Was not expecting to see any part of sunshine. It's supposed to be dumping all the way through the weekend and into next week. We're gonna have to come up with something different. We're stuck in the work and telling the story at the end of the day.
I know, that's the
rut.
story. Yeah.
Our daily vlogs got a very distinct format to it.
Yeah.
Quick little blips driving to work and then a story at the end of the day. Anyway, we've been pondering ways of mixing this thing up here a little bit, so don't give up on us just yet.
Nope, nope. It'd be more interesting. It's that winter, like...
Yeah, the winter blues.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure what happened for us to deserve this, but it's not raining out here. Nice. Look at that. There's still some twilight out there. Beautiful. So, you know, Kelly works at the Longview Pro Caliber, and on the caging days, I swing by and pick her up. Well, my son Ryan, the guy, the one's building the motor and stuff, he also works there. In fact, at the moment, he's the only technician there. The other technicians basically got him on other projects. He does a lot of other things. But it's never a good sign when your kid texts you just as you're leaving the door, to head down here. He goes, "Dad, I need to talk to you when you get here." That's it. And I'm like, oh boy. Goofy damn kid. Needed a 14... Come on, focus. A 14 millimeter 12-point socket to fit down the heads of that Supra motor. I guess they put some stud kit or something on it. And he's thinking the socket might be too thick to fit down the holes. So he bought this from Mac today. So he wants me to check this immediately when I get home so he doesn't drive all the way up to Toledo. He lives here in Longview. I go, shit, I thought it was something serious. He goes, nope, that was it. Goofy kid.
Oh, you recording me right now?
Yep, you're being recorded. What the hell's with the nosebleed? It's got to be all the dry, the heaters and everything. Is that the same crate that was sitting there yesterday?
Hey,
All right.
Abby.
Let's see. See if this socket fits in here. Oh, the nut's still with it. Ooh, that is a tight fit. Wow. Oh. But I think it's gonna work. Yeah, it's gonna work. Fits all the way down in there. So I don't understand why I needed it. Yeah, it actually fits right in the, almost like it's made for it. Perfect.
Is it grab or is it just spin?
No, there's no nuts on them.
Oh.
Uh-oh, this one's...
Careful, don't kick the dust.
This one's being funky. Ooh, it's not gonna fit. Oh yeah, it does. Just wasn't holding my mouth right. We almost forgot to do our little goodbye and a little story we told you guys we're gonna tell you about.
I know, we got all snuggly and this.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's in her. You're in your go out and feed the horses robe there, but whatever's comfortable.
It's warm.
Well, this is my old. This was gifted to me by a awesome YouTuber, my Bogan and Proud sweatshirt. I always wear this thing underneath the motorcycle stuff, so it you know how it becomes your hang around the house thing. You know, you get a little chill and you put your thing on and go out in the shop or whatever. But anyway, we're going to tell you about a couple of crashes that involved Kelly, or the both of us on the bikes. The first one had to be around 82, 83, because it was an 82 demo 750 that we had. And what was worse, it was I don't know if he was a sales manager at the time. He might have been, but it was his demo. It was a XV 750 Virago. And when I take Kelly around on dual sports, you know, I had a XR5 XL 500R and a XT 500 Yamaha, and I had a XL6. I had a big dual sport guy. I mean, tons of dual sports. But when I take Kelly around, you know, where little 2-lane roads, little small roads go underneath the freeway. They got the big side banks, you know, the big cement edges on the side. You know, we'd always go bombing up those things. You know, go back and forth. You know, like the skateboarder guys do. You know, and what do they call them, half pipes or whatever those things are.
Yeah, they weren't invented back then.
Yeah, so anyway, we'd go goofing around all the time on the dual sports, you know, and it was a lot of fun. Now one day, it was going around where that Weyerhaeuser track goes around, what is that little mountain called? I always want to call it Mount Tabor, but that's in Portland.
Mount Solo?
No, right there by the Cowlitz River. You remember Ashley lived in a place that you could look across.
Yeah, well, that's where I would remember it, but I don't know what it's called though.
But yeah, there's a little mountain that's there. I pass it on the freeway every day, but it has a name. I just don't remember what it was. But anyway, we're goofing around underneath there, and we're on that 750 Virago, and I go bombing up the side of that thing, whop, and I get to the top, you know, and the bike's too heavy and go slow enough that you can't, you know, keep the momentum and keep the bike upright and roll back down. So I had to kind of slow down, and of course, the slower you go, the more the bike has to be upright. Well, as soon as I go to pick that thing upright, you know, I never rode cruisers. I was road racing, sport bikes, dual sports, dirt bikes, that kind of thing, you know. I never rode any cruisers around. But it was nice to haul her around on, because it was kind of relaxed and more comfortable and stuff like that. And them damn right exhaust hit that bridge.
Hit the concrete part of the bridge.
Yeah, that was the surface I was riding on, you know. But when I stood that thing upright, the angle of the bridge was so steep, and whoop, over we went. Boom! Slid all the way down that thing, crashed down in the ditch in the bottom. Oh man, I remember his name was Bob. I'll just tell you that. He was some kind of mad. Oh my God, he was pissed.
Yeah.
But you didn't get hurt. I didn't get hurt. I think probably a little scuff here and there, you know, a little.
And how we didn't get hurt, because this is before helmet law.
Yeah, we weren't wearing helmets.
We never wore helmets back then.
Yeah, what was the fear? I mean, nobody. I mean, if you were back then, the thought was if you're racing, you wore helmets.
Right.
And if I went bombing around if I knew I was going to go out with some friends and get crazy, the helmets went on, you know, or, you know, of course, racing and stuff, you know. But it was just that mindset. I know nowadays that's like you can't even.
It's just common sense. You always wear a helmet.
The thought you just can't even fathom not wearing a helmet riding a motorcycle, you know. But anyway, the other time, that was just her and I. Nobody came by or checked on us. It's a lonely little road over there, you know. The bike just got a few scuffs on it and didn't hurt that much. I think, you know, if I remember right, the clutch lever was dangling, but it was still, I mean, it was attached and I could still use it. It was broke at the pivot at the perch, you know.
Yeah.
And the other time, the mountain, when the mountain blew, it took out the big Castle Rock, this world famous Castle Rock flat track.
Yeah.
And wiped the thing out. So a bunch of investors got together and they redid the track. Well, it was one of the first races they had out there, and it wasn't actually the race night, but it was like a big practicing they had out there, and there's a bunch of big name racers and stuff out there. But it was at the end, and we're all leaving like in mass, you know, leaving the track. And I'm feeling all frisky, and I was out there, I think it was a couple of guys in the shop, and us, we're goofing around, and we're squirreling around out in the parking lot. I was riding an 82. It was one of the digital. Yeah, it was an 82 XV920 Virago, not the European racing one, but just the cruiser. And so anyway, I'm out screwing around doing donuts and stuff like that, and come back and pick Kelly up. And you know how you get all amped up and you're feeling all spunky. Well, from where they built the track, you know, there's these big mounds of dirt everywhere. Well, as you're leaving, you know, you're up on a plateau and you drop down and you go out to the highway. As you're leaving, there's a huge mound of dirt on each side of the road.
And he just has to play in it.
Oh, that big old dirt hill, that was too easy. I had to go bomb up that thing, you know. So the same deal. I was going to go up and just, you know, kind of at the top of it and whop, and come back down it. Same thing. We hit that thing and it was all dusty and dry. It was, you know, it was in the summertime. And that old 920, she just lit up, you know, when them dirt tires hit that dry dirt going up the side of that hill. So I lost all speed. Same thing. I had to turn at the top. Well, without speed, you can't lean the bike, you know.
You lost all your momentum.
So had to stand the bike, and I knew I was in trouble right away, but I was going to try to save it, you know. But, yep, as soon as I stood that thing up to try to loop and come back down, same thing. The Jardine exhaust, I remember. Both of them had Jardine exhaust.
Dig right in and...
That thing hit that dirt, and that bike just, woof, boom, went down, and we slid down this hill, and
all these
the
people,
cloud of dust,
oh my lord, yeah,
that came off of that was incredible. It's amazing that much dust came out of that motorcycle, Kelly and I, and about the color of that coat, you know, mixed with volcanic ash and everything else. You know, we stopped and we were just like powdered all in the face. The bike was black and it just had this grayish brown look, you know. And you hear hooting and hollering and carrying on, people in their cars and honking.
No hiding that one. Everybody
right
saw that
in front
one.
of God and everybody. That was probably one of the most embarrassing things I've ever done on a motorcycle. And you know, you hear a little wisecrack. What a effing idiot! You know, it's like
no chance.
Knew that was never going to work. You know, but you know, I thought I'd give her a shot. Speaking of that track, I remember, we'll just make this quick. It was after the races. I had just bought a CB 1100F, and that was going to be my next race bike. And anyway, we were coming back from the Castle Rock races, and we took this exit, which is now it kind of goes through to like. Anyway, the thing, it was just on the southbound lane. There was an exit, and you had to go across. There was no on-ramp or anything. You just took this exit and went across and went over to Holcomb Acres. I've taken you guys across there on the spiders and stuff. I call it Holcomb Acres, but it's just Holcomb Road.
Stop.
Sophie's over there. She's out of water. She's banging the bowl.
Banging the water bowls.
Yeah.
She goes,
yeah,
water.
she'll let you know when she wants something. But anyway, we're coming back from the races, and I think we had a couple of beers while we're at the races, you know. But I've been like hour. I was safe to drive. I mean, more than safe to drive. And but anyway, we take that exit because we were going to take the back roads and take Kelly home through the back roads. And she was still living at her parents' house in Kelso, up on the hill. And anyway, I come up, and I see the cop sitting there. He's radaring the freeway. Yeah. So I come to a stop, and I, you know, turn signal on. I take off and drive by. And as soon as I pass him, boof, lights come on, he loops around, pulls me over. And, you know, we're like, what the hell did we do? I wasn't speeding, thinking, no. I wasn't even speeding going down the freeway. because we weren't wearing helmets, and I think we just had light clothes on. And it was cold.
Yeah.
I think we got off the freeway to take the back roads because it was so cold.
Yeah, I didn't want to go faster on the freeway.
Yeah. So he goes, you know, I'm pulling you over. I said, you know, I have absolutely no idea. I said, no, I wasn't speeding. I stopped at the stop sign. He goes, that's the reason. I go, sir, I stopped. He goes, nope, you didn't put your feet down. It's not considered a stop on a motorcycle unless you put a foot down.
Yeah, because he says there's no way for you to come to a complete stop
without
and
putting a
balance.
foot down. And I begged him to let, because I can stop a motorcycle and just sit there.
And just sit there.
You know.
Just frozen, sitting there
and
still.
I begged to let me show him that I could do that, and he wouldn't do it. He wrote me a ticket. Guy was a D-bag.
Yeah.
And a damn ticket for a failure to stop.
Even though we stopped.
Yep, came to complete stop. Wouldn't let me show.
There for a second,
just
looked both ways, and then we went.
Yeah. He's just an angry guy. I don't know what the deal is. And he was going, oh, you know, that's an easy one to get because there's no right turn and there's no traffic that you're going to come to, but you still need to stop. I go, sir, I did stop. And he like getting angry, you know, you kid and whatever. He goes, what have you been doing? He goes, we told him we're at the races, and you know, he goes, how many beers did you have tonight? I says, oh, a couple hours ago, or whatever, you know. Because I think the beer stand at them things, they only go for so long, and the races go till like midnight or whatever.
Yeah, I think it was like 11 or
something like that. But
yeah.
Anyway, you know, I wasn't intoxicated by anything. Not that he didn't even smell enough on me to even bother with me, you know. I told him. And got the damn failure to stop ticket.
No, and he can still sit there and ride a street bike, come to a complete stop, and never put his feet down.
Not as good as, like,
good. No,
I got
but
a little more body mass that...
You can still do it. I know you can. And he can do wheelies on a Goldwing like no other.
We actually used to have customers come in and want me to do the wheelies on the Goldwings.
Yeah, they just cannot believe that you can do... I mean, we used to do wheelies forever.
Oh my God.
I mean...
I've told you guys before, the best wheelies is with a passenger on the back, and please don't try this.
Yeah, don't.
Please don't try this.
No, because not everybody...
Yeah, I
not
mean,
that I do it right. It is just, I hold on, I don't know, I fit with him, so it's like one person. Never do wheelies with a passenger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the balance is really good.
Yeah.
Almost lost her once. We'll save that. We'll save that for another one.
Yeah, that one wasn't good.
Yeah, that was not a good one.
Couple of times.
But we just want to. We told you we tell you that story. We almost went to well, I'm not a long ways from bed, but she's be going here pretty soon. But
I got work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, I also got to tell the Mickey Faye story.
Oh yeah, the Mickey Faye.
Yeah, loading up the bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, got to do that one too.
Look up national number 13. You'll figure out who that is.
Yeah.
It's Mickey Faye flat track racer for American Honda.
Yeah.
But anyway, I appreciate you guys once again. And say hello to your daughter. She's texting me that she watches them.
I know, Christiane. Mama loves you, baby girl.
Yeah. I told her, nobody I know is supposed to watch these things. She goes, ha ha, too bad, or too late, or she told me.
Yeah.
So, it makes it weird knowing that my own family's watching the videos. That's kind of creepy. I told her, I said, nobody I know is supposed to watch these things. It just goes out to the unknown interwebs.
I know it. She texted me earlier, and I go, what are you doing, sweetie? And she goes, watching you and Daddy. I go, okay, sweetheart. I love you, baby girl.
So, to the interwebs out there, we know you guys. We talk to you all the time. It's like we all know each other.
I know, we're just a big family.
You know, it's different when it's, I mean, really. So, like somebody at work that watches one, I'm like, oh, don't tell me you watch my videos.
Like,
you know,
I always go, oh, was my hair okay? What did I look like?
Yeah. So, once again, thank you guys very much for coming by every day. And if you come across this from a link from my other channel, make sure the little red subscribe button isn't still red. It needs to be gray looking. If it's red, that means you need to take your finger
and
or your
subscribe.
mouse and go and click that. Because I can't believe some of the people I watch, and I go, holy crap, Kelly. She goes, what? So-and-so, so-and-so. I'm not even subscribed to it.
Forever.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
So
you forget to subscribe.
Yeah.
So
as a little reminder, a thumbs up, that always helps, and a subscribe is always very nice.
yes, it is. Do
All right.
appreciate it.
Well, you guys, it's Friday for us, so you guys have a wonderful weekend. No way of knowing when you're gonna watch this, so have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care now. Thanks.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.